today. We have come to sing and dance and play, whether it be do, re, mi, 1, 2, 3, or A, B, C. Or low. Really, really fast. Or slow. Staccato or crescendo. Moustro says, here we go. Now look around and wave hello.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to MaestroTales. Oh, it's Moustro here, and I'm so happy we're together again. This week, we have a thrilling story about a very clever kitty cat whose boots are made for walking. He also uses them to trick an entire kingdom, including an ogre. But before that, we have a very special guest musician. Oh, I can't wait for you to meet her. And she is going to introduce you to the instrument of the week.
Hello, MaestroTales friends. Today we're going to look at classical guitar. Classical guitar originates from Spain. It has 6 nylon strings which produce a warmer, mellower, and thicker sound compared to steel string guitars. Classical guitarists use their nails to play. Every nail is like a mini pick, and imagine you can use 4 picks at the same time. Classical guitar is very versatile in sounds, and like mini orchestra in the sense that you can play melody, harmony, and accompaniment at the same time, while also exploring different colors of tones and effects. For example, harmonics, strumming, slurs, and slides, and even percussive sounds. Now let's hear a piece on classical guitar.
I don't know how to express myself other than yodelay-hee-hoo. Wow! Oh my, Miss Howe! That was truly incredible! My goodness! Did you all know that a classical guitar could make all those wonderful sounds? My goodness, Miss Howell, thank you so much for sharing your remarkable talent. Please come back whenever you want. Mwah! Well, now it's time for our story of Puss and Boots. And this week, we're going to use bells. So, get out those Christmas decorations, or use a spare set of keys, or put some spare change in a can, so we can jingle all the way with our friend Puss. For now, it's time for our story of the week. Once upon a time, a miller's son named John lived with his cat, Puss. They were very, very poor. All they had was a little bit of grain, and soon they had nothing left. John felt as if he had a hole in his pocket, just like a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea? There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a log in the hole. There's a log in the hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a log in the hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a log, there's a log, there's a log in the hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a bump on the log. There's a bump on the log in the hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a bump on the log in the hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a bump, there's a bump. There's a bump on the log in the hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a ribbit frog on the bump. There's a frog on the bump on the log in the hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a frog on the bump on the log in the hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a frog, there's a frog. There's a frog on the bump on the log in the hole in the bottom of the sea. Oh no, there's a speck on the frog. Here we go even faster. There's a speck on the frog on the bump on the log in the hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a speck on the frog on the bump on the log in the hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a speck, there's a speck. There's a speck on the frog, on the bump, on the log, in the hole, in the bottom of the sea. Then the cat Puss said, "I can help you." And he asked John for his boots and the last bits of grain. When the cat left in John's boots and an old hat, John called him my Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots used the grain to catch some wabbits. That rascally wabbit.
I'm gonna get that rabbit.
Old John the rabbit.
Yes, ma'am.
Had a mighty habit.
Yes, ma'am.
Going in my garden.
Yes, ma'am.
Cutting down my cabbage.
Yes, ma'am.
My fresh tomatoes.
Yes, ma'am.
And sweet potatoes.
Yes, ma'am.
And if I live,
Yes, ma'am.
to see next fall,
Yes, ma'am.
I won't have
Yes, ma'am.
a garden at all.
No, ma'am.
Puss in Boots took the rabbits to the king, King Harry. And on the way he saw a palace, and people told him that a terrible ogre called the Ogre of Carabas lived there. They said the Ogre of Carabas could turn into animals. He could even turn himself into a horse if he wanted to.
Just let your feet go clippity-clop, tail go swish and your wheels go round. Giddy up, we're homeward bound.
When Puss in Boots gave King Harry the rabbits, he said they were a present from his lord, the Lord of Carabas, which wasn't true. Shh. He said his lord was even grander than the grand old Duke of York.
Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. Oh, and when they were up, they were up. And when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. Oh, he marched them to the left, he marched them to the right, he even marched them upside down. Now isn't that a sight?
Every day after that, Puss in Boots caught more animals and brought them to the king, saying they were presents from his lord. King Harry decided to visit the Lord of Carabas himself to thank him for the presents. To get there, he took a rowboat. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Now we're gonna go down the stream. If you guys see a crocodile, don't forget to scream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. And if you see a crocodile, don't forget to scream. Now we're gonna go down the shore. If you see a lion, don't forget to row, row, row your boat gently down the shore. And if you see a lion, don't forget to roar. Now we're gonna go down the river. If you see a polar bear, don't forget to shiver. Row, row, row your boat gently down the river. And if you see a polar bear, don't forget to shiver. Puss in Boots ran ahead to John's house and said, "You must come with me." Puss in Boots told John to wash in the river, and then he hid John's clothes. What a little foo-foo! Little bunny foo-foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. And down came the green fairy and she said,
Little bunny foo-foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. I'll give you 3 chances, and if you don't stop, I'm going to turn you into a goon!
Little bunny foo-foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. And down came the green fairy and she said,
Little bunny foo-foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. I'll give you 2 more chances, and if you don't stop, I'm going to turn you into a goon!
Little bunny foo-foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. And down came the green fairy and she said,
Little bunny foo-foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. I'll give you one more chance, and if you don't stop, I'm going to turn you into a goon!
Little bunny foo-foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and popping them on the head.
And down came the green fairy and she said,
Little bunny foo-foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice and popping them on the head. I gave you 3 chances and you didn't stop, so now I'm going to turn you into a goon!
and the moral of that story is, hare today, goon tomorrow. When the king's carriage came by, Puss in Boots told the king's men that somebody had taken the Lord of Carabas's clothing and left him in the river. The king's men gave John a set of fine new clothing, and Puss in Boots told him, "Trust me, say you're the Lord of Carabas and not Brother John."
Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous, sonnez les matines, ding dang dong, ding dang dong. Are you sleeping, Brother John, Brother John? Morning bells are ringing, ding dang dong, ding dang dong. Frère Jacques, shh. Are you sleeping, shh.
Puss in Boots then introduced John to the king. "Welcome, King Harry. This is the Lord of Carabas." To welcome them, Puss in Boots played this beautiful piece of music and danced around the room. Now you can dance around the room just like Puss in Boots, or listen and draw what this music makes you feel. Everyone welcomed John with wide arms, calling him the King of Carabas. The king and his daughter, Princess Maria, thought that John was a great lord from his head to his shoulders, to his knees, to his toes.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes,
toes. Now we're gonna do it again, but we're gonna start really quietly. And then we're gonna get super duper loud, which is called crescendo. And we're also gonna start really slowly, and then get super duper fast. And that's called accelerando. Gesundheit. Here we go. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Then Puss in Boots ran to the ogre's palace and said, "People say you are a great ogre, but I don't believe them." To show Puss in Boots how great he was, he turned himself into a lion. But Puss in Boots said, "Anyone can make themselves big. Can you make yourself small?" And when the ogre changed into a mouse, Puss in Boots jumped on him and ate him. Went the little green frog one day. Went the little green frog. Went the little green frog one day. He just went But we know frogs go la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da. We know frogs go la-di-da-di-da. They don't go Went the little green frog one day. Went the little green frog. Went the little green frog one day. He just went But we know frogs go la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da. We know frogs go la-di-da-di-da. They don't go When the king and Princess Maria arrived at the palace, they thought it was John's. Oh, that sly Puss in Boots. The princess and John were soon married, and Puss in Boots became the new lord of Carabas. And they all celebrated by dancing the Hokey Pokey. You put your right hand in, you put your right hand out, you put your right hand in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Right foot, you put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Left hand, you put your left hand in, you put your left hand out, you put your left hand in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Left foot, you put your left foot in, you put your left foot out, you put your left foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Whole self, you put your whole self in, you put your whole self out, you put your whole self in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. My, those jazz hands at the end there were truly the cat's meow. Oh, I've had such a ball with you all today, and thank you again to Miss Howe for sharing your astonishing talents and introducing us to the classical guitar. Oh, I can't wait to see you all again next time. I'll see you soon. Mwah!
very, very long, till we sing our favorite maestro song. Whether it be do, re, mi, 1, 2, 3, or A, B, C. Or low.
Really, really fast.
Or slow. Staccato.